after that, I was back in Los Angeles writing some songs for what was going to be the next Brother Kane album, the Wishpool album.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was on tour, man, Ed gave me a phone number and just said, "Hey man, when you're in town, hit me up." So I did. I called that number, and his guitar tech, the now famous Matt Brock.
Brock.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah. He answered the phone, and he's like, "Hey man, yeah." He goes, "Are you in town?" And I said, "Yeah." And I don't even think he asked. It's not like he put me on hold or to check. He just goes, "Yeah, man, listen, we're, come up this afternoon. Here's the address. And, we'll see you when you get here." So I went. I drove up Laurel Canyon and found that address. And, I remember it's this kind of unassuming entranceway. It was covered in, vines and shrubbery and stuff like that. But, there was a button you had, you had to press a button and basically had an intercom. And I said, "Yeah, this is Damon." And the gate opens. And I remember driving that rental car up the driveway, Jeff. And I mean, that was the biggest house I've ever seen in my life. As you're driving, it said, "Hey, the studio's at the end of the driveway. Come all the way up." So as I drove past the house, it's over to my right. I mean, I just felt like I drove 3 blocks worth of house, It's just,
Wow.
It was massive. It was massive. So yeah, I went up to the top and I got out of the rental car, and Ed very quickly came pulling up on some little 4-wheel thing, that he almost like a golf cart,
Right.
but way hipper looking. He came up the driveway, man. Same reception, big hug, kiss on the cheek. And he's like, "Come on in, man. Let me play you something." And they had already been working with Gary. They were way down the path with that. And he played me a couple of songs. I can't remember what they were. I don't even think he told me the title. But I just remember he listens to the playback. It just teeth-shattering volume. It was the loudest thing, no contest, the loudest thing I'd ever heard. The guys weren't there. It was just Ed, and Matt was there. And then as I was getting ready to split, Gary Sharon came up the driveway, and he got out of his car. And I remember he was really cool. And I just, I said hello and I congratulated him. I said, "Hey man, this is amazing." And he just said, "Yeah, it's mind blowing." He goes, "We have a lot of work to do, but we're on our way." And again, man, I didn't want to overstay my welcome. I've always tried to be really sensitive to stuff like that. "Hey, how you doing? Wow, this is amazing. I'll let you guys get back to it. I'm out."
Right. So you didn't get to play with the guitars or anything?
Nah.
Not like
I didn't
Steve.
mess around.
You didn't see my interview with Steve Brown. He got to play with the guitars.
Oh, I believe it, man. I believe it.